Well, the judge dismissed it and said there's no case here.
It really is an impactful and powerful piece of evidence that's going to go against Lively.
Blake Lively, if they find that she just was dishonest and lied on one single point of evidence in this case, in her testimony, the jury instruction says that they are allowed to discount her entire testimony.
Imagine a courtroom moment so explosive that it not only upended a high-stakes legal battle, but also sent shockwaves through the glittering corridors of Hollywood. Today's story begins with a seemingly routine ruling that would transform the public image of one of its most cherished stars. For years, Blake Lively had maintained a facade of poise, control, and perfection, a carefully orchestrated narrative that made her a household name and a symbol of Hollywood glamour.
She wants different rules for her than she wants for Baldoni and his team, which I don't think the judge will agree with.
Yet beneath the surface, cracks were forming. A judge's decision, delivered with an unexpected frankness, exposed a vulnerability that had long been hidden from the public eye. This wasn't just another legal hiccup. It was a seismic shift that challenged everything Blake had built her career on. With the stakes higher than ever, every whispered rumor, every headline, and every social media post now carried the weight of impending downfall. As we delve into the story, the layers of legal intricacies and personal ambition begin to reveal a deeper, more human drama, one that questions whether an icon can ever truly escape the consequences of a single misstep. The energy in the room was palpable as audiences and industry insiders alike braced for what was coming. The tale is not merely about courtroom proceedings, it's about the collision of truth and image, the relentless scrutiny of the public, and the inevitable question of how long a carefully constructed persona can withstand the pressure of real events. This introduction sets the stage for a deep dive into a narrative where every word and every gesture carries monumental significance. The drama reached a boiling point when the judge made an unprecedented ruling that would soon become the talk of every legal and entertainment forum. In a moment of unanticipated candor, the judge declared that if even a single detail in Blake Lively's testimony was found to be untrue, her entire statement could be discounted by the jury. This ruling was more than just a procedural decision. It was a direct challenge to her credibility, a bold statement that the truth could not be manipulated by charm or celebrity status. Inside the courtroom, the atmosphere shifted from solemn anticipation to a charged tension. Legal experts weighed in on how this decision could dismantle the foundations of Blake's defense. For years, her testimony had been the linchpin of her carefully managed narrative, a narrative that painted her as both a victim and a fighter. But now, the possibility that this narrative was built on a shaky foundation left many questioning not only the legal merits of her case, but also the authenticity of the public persona she had so meticulously crafted. Beyond the legal jargon and courtroom theatrics, the ruling had a symbolic impact. It was a reminder that truth holds more power than even the most persuasive public image. This was a moment when the scales of justice tilted, not just in the confines of the court, but in the court of public opinion as well. Every detail of the judge's statement was dissected and analyzed, turning legal terms into weapons that could either defend or condemn a legacy that had once seemed untouchable.
And if I were her attorney, I'd want to get out of this case before she has to sit for deposition, not just because it might be bad for the case, but PR-wise, it's not going to be good.
As the judge's ruling broke, the digital world erupted into a frenzy of debate and dissent. Social media platforms, always quick to react, became a battleground where supporters and detractors clashed over the integrity of Blake Lively's testimony. The once revered actress was suddenly under an unforgiving microscope, with hashtags and viral posts questioning whether her narrative was a masterpiece of self-preservation or a carefully veiled deception. Influential voices across the political and entertainment spectrums weighed in with their own interpretations. Conservative pundits, celebrity gossip bloggers, and even ordinary social media users all joined in, amplifying the controversy with their relentless commentary. The digital backlash was swift and brutal. Millions of likes, shares, and retweets transformed the ruling into a national scandal. In every tweet and post, there was an undercurrent of betrayal. How could a woman known for her grace and charm possibly be involved in a case where honesty was the ultimate litmus test?
Every expert's going to skew it towards their view of the case. And then the penultimate question to the expert is, but you agree with me, the jury is able to determine for themselves what this video is showing.
The relentless tide of online criticism not only tarnished her public image, but also sent a ripple effect throughout the media landscape. News outlets, from high-profile networks to niche entertainment blogs, began re-examining every past interview, every public appearance, looking for signs that might corroborate the new narrative. In this digital age, where every misstep is immortalized and amplified, the ruling became a catalyst for a broader conversation about celebrity accountability. This public outcry was not just a reaction. It was a reckoning that threatened to redefine what it means to be a trusted public figure in Hollywood. Determined to regain control of the narrative, Blake Lively made a high-profile appearance at South by Southwest, a move meant to showcase her resilience and charm. However, the red carpet, usually a stage for glamour and scripted elegance, quickly morphed into a scene of unfiltered reality. The event, expected to be a triumphant return, turned into a live demonstration of the growing discord between public image and reality. Protesters made their presence known in an unanticipated twist, with signs boldly accusing her of deceit and manipulation. The air was thick with tension as cameras captured every moment of her attempt to maintain composure amid chaos. Despite her best efforts, every forced smile, every rehearsed wave seemed to betray an underlying anxiety and vulnerability. This wasn't just a moment of poor PR. It was the public unraveling of an image that had been carefully guarded for years. The red carpet event, intended to be a comeback story, instead highlighted the stark divide between expectation and reality. Blurred lines between staged appearances and genuine emotion became painfully evident as the media and fans scrutinized her every move. Interviews that should have exuded confidence now revealed a fleeting sense of panic, a silent acknowledgement that the storm was far from over. The moment was seared into public memory as a turning point, a day when the facade of glamour crumbled under the weight of unfiltered truth and public dissent. Behind the scenes, the reverberations of the judge's ruling and the ensuing public outcry began to reshape the very fabric of Hollywood's inner circles. Once celebrated as a symbol of elegance and unwavering talent, Blake Lively's reputation now faced a crisis of trust. Industry insiders who had long admired her were forced to confront the reality that the persona they had known might be nothing more than a well-practiced illusion. Directors, casting agents, and studio executives began reassessing their associations with her, wondering if the risk of being linked to such a high-profile controversy was worth the potential fallout. Former collaborators who once touted her as a creative force were now cautious, keeping a safe distance from the drama that threatened to spill over into every facet of her professional life. The once solid network of industry support began to fracture as loyalty gave way to strategic distancing. Publicists and PR teams scrambled behind the scenes, attempting to salvage partnerships and mitigate reputational damage. But the damage was already too extensive for a simple fix. The long-term implications of this fallout are profound. In a world where celebrity is inextricably linked to public perception, the loss of credibility could very well translate into dwindling career opportunities. Brands that once lined up for endorsements are reconsidering their contracts, and future film roles are now shadowed by the controversy. This isn't just a temporary setback. It signals a potential reordering of alliances in an industry that thrives on image and trust. The fallout serves as a stark reminder that in Hollywood, maintaining public trust is a delicate balance, one that, once disrupted, can have lasting and far-reaching consequences. As the legal battle grinds on and the relentless scrutiny of public opinion intensifies, the future of Blake Lively's career hangs in a precarious balance. The judge's ruling, coupled with the rapid erosion of her public image, marks a pivotal moment, one that may be remembered as the beginning of a profound transformation in Hollywood's narrative about celebrity and accountability. For a star who once dictated every headline, this period of vulnerability casts a long shadow over her future prospects. In the wake of this crisis, every public appearance, every interview, and every social media post is now subject to a degree of skepticism that few celebrities have ever faced. The strategic moves that once kept her image intact now seem futile against the tide of criticism. It is not merely a question of legal victory or defeat, it is about the very essence of credibility and trust in an era where every flaw is amplified. The legacy of Blake Lively now rests on whether she can navigate this storm and reconstruct an image that resonates with honesty and authenticity. Ultimately, the unfolding drama leaves us with a sobering reminder. In the volatile arena of celebrity, the public's perception can change in an instant. The once untouchable icon now faces an uphill battle to reclaim her narrative, a battle that will test not only her resilience, but also the very principles of trust and accountability in modern Hollywood. Whether she emerges stronger or succumbs to the pressure remains to be seen. But one thing is clear, the era of unchallenged celebrity is drawing to a close, replaced by a new standard where truth is the ultimate currency.